And welcome back to Journeying with the Jarvises. As you can see, today I am with the love of my life, my wife, Laura.
Woo.
So, honey,
Hello.
introduce yourself to the YouTube world.
Oh.
Here you go.
Okay. Ooh, it's furry. Hello, YouTube world. So I am Laura. I am a wife. I am a mother of two girls. My career is an elementary school teacher, but I also like to spend my time being my girls' Girl Scout leader or troop helper and doing activities with the girls. I love to volunteer in my church and serve in my church. Also with kids. There's a theme with the kids. And then every now and then meet with the older ladies for women's ministry and such like that. But I also enjoy what I can crafting because I love crafting. That was the fun part about moving into our house was one of the rooms was a craft room. So it's taken over that one. And gardening, I enjoy it, but I am not good at it. And adventuring. And I have a fondness for camping. Yeah. And now YouTube.
And now YouTube, add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Wow, honey, it's quite the resume.
So much.
I'm very fond of. She won't say this, but she is an excellent teacher, and she's been teaching for 22 years now. So
I know. I look so
and a
good
girl.
for
So,
it.
thank you for doing this with us
Yes.
and for
Happy
others.
to be here.
So, as I spoke before in one of my last vlogs, steps, I mentioned we're going to talk about camping. So, as you can see, I got some of the stuff down and we're going to get ready to go camping on a really fun trip this weekend. And so, what we want to do is kind of quickly show you the things that we have. I put it into kind of four categories, but let's get started. Okay, so what we have here, first thing is camping, you need a tent. So what we have right here is we have our 9-person tent that we got for our wedding present. This puppy's like 15 years old and it's still rocking. It's got a wonky piece to it, but we just keep kind of taping it up and it works. So we have got some life out of it and we're thankful for it. You also might want a canopy if you have one. This is a 10 by 10. And then I also right here have a light speed. It's for the beach because we're also doing a beach this weekend. But just a tent. That's all you need for you to get started. All right. Okay. And we've moved on to group 2. We've got our tent. Now we need some sleeping gear. So what we have here, kind of starting in order, is for our girls, we have these little Nemo switchback pads, which I'll show you more of. I'm not going to get into like RFI backpacking stuff. That's kind of for later for those of you who might be interested in that. This one is going to be informative to get you out there and get started camping. But these work well. I also have these little trail pillows, but we're going to be using the big boys this weekend for some comfort. And then just some basic sleeping bags. I got this one right here for $4 or $5 at like the Salvation Army. Now these are our legit backpacking sleeping bags. I'm very proud of these. These are great. I like them. They're super light and they're comfort rated to an enormous amount. But then we also are bringing our air mattress too for me and the wife. King Coil, super awesome. Which we're also bringing a extension cord to plug into our inverter in our van, which that'll probably be like a totally cool other episode. But anyway, so we got our basics, right? We got our sleeping bags. These are like Walmart ones. That's all you need. Just need your sleeping pads. Oh, and then we also have these air rails too. These air rails are for backpacking, but you really like these, honey, for
Yes.
like Girl Scout trips and everything. For me, I think my shoulders, it's not broad enough, but it's a really good product. So anyways, that is group, what am I calling it? Group or phase 2?
Group 2.
Group 2. All right, let's move on.
So the third group that we've got is all the cooking stuff. And every time we go camping, I always say I'm going to go through and look at stuff and then life moves on and you just put the boxes away and then you forget. But some of the although we got a lot of stuff in all of our cooking things, the main things you need to know are the barbecue grill. We absolutely use that. And then that propane stove down there. Those are the two that basically you're going to cook on. You could do it over a fire, but those are just way more effective. And then, of course, you got to have your coffee pot, We do use the jet boil. I don't know how to use it, so Josh makes it for me. And then you got your plates that you cook on, but we've also gone through the years, we've learned no one likes cleaning at a campsite, so we go with a lot of the paper products as well and throw away things. So we got a plethora of those. And then tablecloths, and then really, one big pot for cooking. Spaghetti is a popular one at the site. And then, you always want to have some sort of big pans that I actually take from our kitchen inside, and then I put them in here, clean it when we come out. Those I do come and take out of the boxes. And then, of course, you got to have your s'mores sticks, because my girls, especially Gracie, require s'mores on all camping trips. That's group 3. Really, that's all you need is just a few things to cook in, and then I take utensils from inside, or like I've gone to the Dollar Tree and just bought stuff that I'm not going to get heartbroken over if I don't have it. Over here, that is something I forgot about, the griddle, and then having a cutting board, always super duper helpful to go with your cooking section. And then the last section that we had, this one's got some floaties and things in it and a first aid kit that's empty right now. So if somebody gets injured, don't look at me. I've got the box for it. And then we bring our water jug with us, the 5-gallon water jug that comes in handy for drinking water and washing hands. And then the lighting really is just the headlamps we love, all different types. This thing is a monster, and that one's Josh's. He loves it. It's very colorful. We use walkie-talkies because our girls are younger, and so when they go have a bit more freedom, then it's kind of nice for them to just feel free. And then firewood and coolers. Those are really, if you're allowed to have fires, sometimes in California you can't at certain dry seasons, but if you can, it's our favorite thing. At the end of the night is just, early morning fires and having coffee at the campsite. And that's section 3 and 4, food and other.
Now this one here is just your good standard igloo. It's old battle axe. But the reason I'm wanting to bring this one is it's a beach day too. And, I've not been lifting weights like I've been lifting, and so huffing and puffing up these cliffs like I used to, it's a young man's game. So I like my rollers. So depending on what kind of camping you're doing, a little to more, but it's really just as what's going to suit your family needs. I can't stress enough. Well, I'll get to that at the end, but let's move on. Firewood, if you can get it beforehand for a better rate, typically, you get a better deal. And once again, it's a beach time. So I got our beach gear here. So what we have is, first, this is the toy box, right? Which is intermixed with like Frisbees, and I don't know what the kids got in here. They got whatever they like, tons of different things. But suffice to say, this goes. And then this is also just comfort for the beach. So this is going to have things like your mats, your blow-ups, and just whatever it is that you prefer, sand toys and things like that. And then there's Mama's chair. Then we got our beach chairs. And then we just have our standard, like Walmart, Target, whatever, folding chairs. And that's your basics. And what I was going to mention earlier is we have been camping as a family, me and Lord together, for 15 years now. And so we don't have the highest tech of camping gear. And we also don't have like minimal. We just found our happy space when it comes to camping and what works for us. And that's what I want to kind of encourage you with today is just get out there. Enjoy creation. Enjoy the opportunity to be out there with yourself, your friends, your family, because that's what we're going to go do. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll see you out there. Okay, and here we are at the campsite. We are over near the beach. It's a bit of a soupy day, but that's a bonus for us. We don't mind a little bit of cool shade. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get to work, and we're going to show you a little time lapse of the tent being set up, and also we'll give you a little view around the campsite once we got everything done. So we'll see you in a second. right here for the kitchen stuff. We just did 2 things only. And inside with some of the things Laura talked about, mostly we're just kind of doing like coffee, and we're going to be heating up some water. I didn't show you this yesterday, but this is my Craftsman toolbox. This has this is a pretty significant tool set, but I bring this for the girls because we brought their bicycles. I also brought like some tubes for the bikes too. These are just little bonus things for some of you out there when you run into those things. There's, we're in a group of, I don't know, it's going to be like 80, 120 people. And so there's always a need for a tool. So if you got the room, I brought that. Here's our cooler. I talked about this one yesterday, but I think we edited it out. This is the Canyon cooler. It's grizzly bear proof. I don't plan on being around grizzlies anytime soon, but it really keeps the ice cold. And so it helps us in the long run for longer camping trips instead of having to go out and get ice all the time. For some of you that camp, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the big thing for the day besides a hike is getting ice. So anyways, over here in this spot, they have a little pantry set up. You just throw your food in, close it up for the night. It's kind of nice, it's not like a bear bin. Come on over here. We got the nice little fire pit and our firewood and some water and our video bag now. That's a new thing that we've added to the trying to film and set up as a whole nother level now. But that's cool. So anyways, I'll let Laura show you around the tent.
All right, we set up our inside of our tent too, the lap of luxury. Follow me in here. There's our good old sturdy fella. Okay, so inside we've got, the girls are set up. Remember we talked about the air rails, which we also use for backpacking too. They're my preferred sleeping mat. The girls have their fun finds for their warm sleeping. And then here, of course, we get the king coil. So we've got our stuff. We bring a sheet from home, cover it up, 2 sleeping bags, a pillow. I always have my extra blanket, Minky, I bring with me everywhere. And then we just keep all of our stuff inside and we're gonna be nice and warm for the night. Looking forward to it.
So there you have it. That's the campsite setup from start to mostly finished. The campsite's not really ever done. And that's kind of the fun and the joy about it is you get to make it your own experience on what kind of things you like to do for yourself and your family and your friends. But I hope that some of this has helped some of you. And remember, keep smiling, continue marching on, and stay grateful. We'll see you on the next one. And if you like these, go ahead and check out some of the others we have. Take care. Goodbye.